And we're back, and it's not good. We got some major problems, peeps. So we got a new duplicate. What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, hanging out today, doing stuff and things, playing some more Oxygen Not Included. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today, guys. We got a lot of good, hot Oxygen Not Included action on the way. Oh, Will's gonna... Oh, no, he didn't. Will didn't poop. So, yeah, thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today. Make sure if you liked the video, please don't forget, show your support and smash that thumbs up button. And if you're new and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. So, we got a lot of hot problem action going on. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We have some heat issues. We have some stuff we tried to do in the last episode that didn't work. We've got a lot of different things going on, and I wanted to let you guys know that I've been having so much fun with this game. What's going on with these? Generator idle. Why is generator idle? Oh, there's no power consumption? It's all coming from battery? Is that correct? Oh, building disabled. No, that's right. I forgot. It's been a while since I played, and we were getting everything from coal now, which is actually probably not going to work out for us for too much longer. So anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the conundrum of why I had these disabled buildings here. I've been playing so much Oxygen Not Included. I didn't want to put out a huge amount of episodes straight away in here. But so behind the scenes, I've liked the game so much that I've been playing a ton of it. And I've played probably about 5 or 6 different bases. I play about cycle 30 or something like that. And then we start to make some changes because stuff and things don't really work that well. This game kind of looks like a super fun and happy mode type thing. Oh, you know what? We got food for days. 2,400 calories. Stop. Yeah, it looks super happy fun times, but it's not. It really isn't. There's so much that you've got to think about here, and there's a lot of things that I've learned about that we're really not doing the right way. And so one of the things is, first things first, these lights are going away. These lights are going away. We don't necessarily need the decor up here in that way. It's not that good to have all these lights. They're generating a lot of heat, they're taking a lot of power, and it's not necessarily something that we really need. We might get a little bit more of a problem with stress because of it. Who's stressed out the most? Ernest? Let's go ahead and we'll set this priority to 7, and then we're gonna put Ernest on this guy right over here. Where did I pass you already, Ernest? Are you at the top? Ernestine. Is that it right there? Yeah, so we'll get him over there so that he can do some stuff and things with that. But yeah, so the lights, not necessarily as important. They're good for algae terrariums. They're going to go ahead and they're going to produce more oxygen when they're inside of this environment. But really what we need to do next... See, we're super low on water. So what we didn't do kind of the right way is we used a lot of our water for algae terrariums when we should have used it for oxidizers. Oxygen oxidizers would have been a better bet, I think, and would have used a little bit less water. These aren't bad, though, because they're sucking up that CO2 that would have otherwise been inside the base. Another thing that we have a problem with is if you take a look inside of here, we are putting in... Let me see. If we go to details... Dirt, sandstone, igneous rock, grit, copper, obsidian, slime. So is that the one? Or is this the one? Contaminated dirt. So you can see these guys are giving off fart bubbles. These fart bubbles are bad news, man. We don't want the fart bubbles inside of there. It gives off contaminated air, basically. Now, as it stands right now, I'm not sure if there's been an update or not. Contaminated air can give your duplicants diseases, but it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But still, because that's kind of a thing, that those are going to give off contaminated air unless we move that contaminated dirt somewhere else. Cultivatable soil. I wonder if... Oh, can we see down inside of here? Ah, we can see each piece. So what we really want to do is make some storage for our contaminated stuff away from kind of the rest of our base and set it up, and also set up some composters. So let's take a look here and see. Where is that? Under O2? Where's the compost deal? It's been a minute since I built those. Where the crap is it? There it is. So we're going to go ahead and squirt a couple of the composters down inside of here. Maybe one there and one there. And then also what I'm going to do is go inside of here, take the storage deals. I'm going to put a storage deal here. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to set it up so that it only stores the contaminated stuff and things. So where was it again under? Cultivable soil? No, dirt, clay, raw materials. That's not where it is. Organics, contaminated dirt. So we can go ahead and take this. Once this is created, we can set it for contaminated dirt only storage. And I think if we set the priority to a little bit higher, it'll move. I think they might move the contaminated dirt from in here over into here. Also, another thing that we can do that I didn't, or that you guys actually told me about, is that if we set these as a little bit of a higher priority, like 6, that should make it so that they auto sweep. So they won't do like a normal task before they're moving stuff into the storage. That'll be like their first order of business. All right, so we got 2 compost heaps now. If we go inside of here and then we go to contaminated dirt, that's what we want to get moved over. Now, is there anything else? Filtration medium, sand, consumable ore, oxalite coal. All right. So then if we set the priority on this guy to 8, I'm wondering if they'll go ahead and be smart enough to move it over automatically. I'm not exactly sure. So the mealwood guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. That's not too bad. Now, another thing that I haven't really been paying attention to, see, there's meal lice right here. It's worth 300. Oh, there's what, 3 of them, each worth 300 calories. And these guys should go ahead and eat these automatically. Now, I'm wondering if I could have fridge somewhere. Did we go ahead and research that yet? Under food, there's a refrigerator. It probably generates heat. Let's go ahead and squirt one down right there and then go into our power deal, grab some electrical, and we might as well do insulated wire, right? And then what are we using for this? Copper ore. We'll squirt that down inside of there. I don't know if I can get them to move the meal lice over into the refrigerator or not. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll figure that out in a second. The other issue that we're having right now is that we don't have any algae or whatever we want to call it for these guys. What I want to do is start generating power with water, but there's a bit of an issue with the water. We have some contaminated water over here. I think we can, and I have never done this before. I've done a lot of the stuff and things, but I've never got to a point where I've created good water from contaminated water, and there's not a lot of it either. So yeah, we've got to kind of like figure out what's going on with that. And all the other bases that I've had too, this base has been going really good. 32 cycles and only having the issues that we're having now is actually pretty great. Most of the other bases that I've started, around 40 cycles, start to have really bad hydrogen problems. We've got carbon dioxide down here, really, really bad CO2 issues. So what we're going to do, I think, is we're going to probably move this coal generator and probably going to move it over into this building. I don't want all the CO2 generation down here under the base. I guess it's all going to filter down here anyway, but I just think it's a bad idea. I don't know. Maybe we could just use the coal up that we've got. Maybe I'll leave it there. I've never tried coal generation before, but O2 is definitely a problem. Electrolyzers is what we want to go with. We could use air scrubbers to pull the CO2 out of the air. I've never done that before either. So I haven't really got, to be honest with you, I haven't really got much farther than this and any of the new bases that I've created, but I wanted to try to do some experimental stuff and things. So that's why I started the new bases, because of just trying stuff and things out. The one thing that I can tell you that I figured out is that you need water to make O2, which actually we're going to need to do like right now. So you need water to make O2, and you probably should move from algae terrariums to the oxidizers, I think, the electrolyzers, pardon me, like ASAP, as soon as you possibly can. Also, did we get all of our contaminated dirt inside of here? So there's a bunch of it in there now. Did all of our fart bubbles go away in here? Doesn't look like that's the case. It does not look like that is the case. I set the priority a little bit higher, didn't I? It's set for 8. Maybe the guys have other jobs to do, or maybe they're just slowly moving stuff and things over. It looks like they are moving some of it. Oh yeah, they're moving it. Oh no. They're getting stuff and things done in here. Well, anyway, 6 or a half dozen. It's definitely a better way to do stuff and things. So we've got to get some stuff done inside of here. Plumbing first. We're going to go for liquid pump. And then what we're going to do is build a little stairway, I think. So we're going to go ahead and get some hot tile action up in this piece. there, and there. We're going to take our liquid pump. Where was that guy? Plumbing. Down to the liquid pump. Oh, the liquid filter. Sieves one liquid out of a liquid mixture. And so, no, we don't want to do that. All right, liquid pump anyway. Pump this liquid right inside of here. I wonder if you can make... Hold on a second here. You know what I never thought about? Using piped in water. Can you use contaminated water for the electrolyzer? That would probably be our best bet if we could use contaminated water for it. That would be sweet. So, all right, I have a little bit of work to do. I'm trying to think of what we're going to go next, but we're going to run out of water really, really quickly. We could kind of set this area up over here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple of water tanks is really what we've got to do. One tank inside of here maybe for good water, and then another tank maybe over here for bad water. And then we can set up our pumps and do some stuff and things like that. For now, I am going to leave the coal... Oh, idle? Oh, this is not good. I'm going to leave the coal generator on, but we're out of algae. Now, there is something in here. I can't remember where it is exactly that allows us to make algae out of slime. Crap, I can't remember what that guy's called or where it is. Refinement, right there, biodistiller. Convert slime into algae. So we could do that. I want to know if we've got slime anywhere. I don't know if we do have any. But I've been hearing that it's really not like a good way to make your oxygen. Really going with I think, and this is my theory, really, the electrolyzer is the way to do this. So, like I said, I've been talking for a long time now. I'm going to go ahead and make some changes to the base and kind of see how everything reacts, and then I'll BRBs, peeps. And we're back, and it's not good. We got some major problems, peeps. So we got a new duplicant. Now, I started to actually throw some of these guys away. If they don't really have anything that we need, we don't really need more duplicants. The object of the game doesn't get any better if you make more and more duplicants. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, reject. 13 is all we really need. So you can see I've made some changes here. Let's slow stuff and things down a little bit to our areas. And it's working out kind of, sort of. So the first thing that I did straight away, because we were having a massive oxygen shortage, was I took our liquid pump, pumped it down into our water deal here, and I got some pumping going up to these electrolyzers. So these electrolyzers, I got one in each area here. Let's go ahead and set priority on these 2 to 9. I'm getting a lot of 9 stuff done. 9! So, yeah, these electrolyzers basically turn water into air, which is great. And the best part about it is they reach max gas pressure and then they stop working. So they're not really supposed to use that much water. I can say that I do believe that they use in the game, there needs to be some sort of balance, or I'm doing something a little bit wrong. I don't have any more water that I could see in the map. I got a little bit down over here, but it ain't really that much. I'm going to try to get some of the stuff pumped into this area here. I haven't really tried that out yet. I'm not really exactly sure what I'm doing with that. I do have a little bit of kind of a little area made here for our water, but it didn't finalize it, and I didn't get anything done from over here yet. I did start to build a huge amount of storage off in this area, and I think I might move all of these guys. The O2 in that room is not bad. I'm having some mad hydrogen problems up here. This is the thing I've run into with all my other bases too, is that the hydrogen issue gets really, really bad. So what I'm thinking about doing is moving these and using this as a bedroom. You can see there's hydrogen inside of here. This whole thing is completely filled with hydrogen, so it's really, really bad. The way that we could try to offset that is to dig up here. Just dig a huge area out so that the hydrogen can all collect, and then we can burn it off with a hydrogen generator. But yeah, I'm not really sure exactly how it'll work out. I have not tried it yet. So I forgot we need some mechanized, airlocks on that side. We had these guys in, the pneumatic doors, and for some reason, I don't know why, I just never read the tooltip. You guys were telling me over and over, these don't block gas or liquid. It says it right there. I just assumed that it was a door, so it would do something. I'm not sure what the point of it is if it doesn't block gas or liquid. Like, I don't see any point to having a pneumatic door if it doesn't do those things. So also, to stop problems with heat and carbon dioxide, I've stopped using the coal generator completely, but the water situation is terrible. Like, we're going to have a huge problem. So I also stuck an air deodorizer over in that area, but this is how I've set up my sleeping quarters now for these guys. And I think it's going to work out much, much better. So we have 13 duplicates, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11. So we got a couple beds that aren't filled or aren't a couple guys that aren't able to sleep. We're going to go ahead and set these up like this. I'm going to do one here and one here. Going to go ahead and take our decor. We're going to squirt 4 of these guys, 1 picture on top of each one. Now, when you do these pictures, the different pictures actually do a different amount of decor. So you can see here, this one is decor of 20 in a 6-block radius. It's the highest level that you can get. So if you're building paintings, make sure you go into your art. And I went inside of here and I got one guy, Nails, has got 9 creativity. Super awesome. Probably tattoo artist, I'm assuming from the name. But you're going to want to go ahead and have your highest creativity guy do all of your painting for you so you can get the highest amount of decor. Because if you take a look inside of here, man, this is perfect. Super good amount of decor. We do have somebody that's super stressed, Ralph. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get Ralph over there into the massage table so we can get some hot de-stressed action. Now, the other thing that we have, well, we've got so many problems now. There's so many things. I'm not really sure about how we're going to be able to generate oxygen. I really don't know. The only thing that we can do, and I've seen this done in a couple of playthroughs, is you can use, I think you can use these. You can use, not contaminated oxygen. Sorry, get out of there. You can use compost heaps to create contaminated air, contaminated oxygen, and the duplicates will breathe it. They'll breathe it just fine. They'll get some diseases every once in a while, but you can always just get them into the medical cot and hopefully get them healed up. Or, I mean, sometimes they don't. So you can see just in the time, I mean, it has literally been, I don't even know, 20 minutes? I've sucked up all that water in 20 minutes. Like, it takes so much water to use the electrolyzers. And like I said, these are supposed to fill the space up once the max gas pressure is reached. They're supposed to go ahead and stop. So even if it's pumping down into here or whatever, because these doors aren't done, I mean, that's not a lot of extra space. We'll go ahead and set those up as 9 too. We'll speed things up a little bit as well. It's not a huge amount of extra space. What are you even doing up there? Oh no, he's gonna drown. Ooh, this is bad. We gotta save you, whoever you are. What's your name? Yvette. Yvette can't jump down. Yvette, come over here and build this. Yvette, are you stupid? Yvette, you're gonna drown. You're gonna die. Yvette, build this! See, these duplicates, not super bright. Yvette could totally hop down there and build this ladder and save herself, but she's not doing it. Save yourself, Yvette! Build a ladder, Yvette! I believe in you. Oh my god, you grew a brain! I'm so excited! There you go. Now you're safe. We saved your life. It's the most amazing thing that ever happened. All right, so let's take a look inside of here. Temperature's not great here. Temperature's not bad in here. And then we're getting some O2 generation in this room. We're getting a huge amount of hydrogen. This is a big problem. I'm going to go ahead and set some guys to come up here and do some stuff and things. So let's go ahead and just take this guy and say like this. We'll start up here. So we're going to take and dig out this whole area like over to here. They're not going to be able to breathe, though. This is the problem, man. Like, once they even get up into here, they can't breathe. So once they head out of here, they can't breathe, they can't breathe, they can't breathe. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and hit priority 9 on all of this and see if we can't get that done. But, yeah, the more that I play this, when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, man, it's kind of like an See, we got stifled over here, overheated, too. It's not that hot in there. We got super amount of heat in here from that coal generation. That's a really bad place to do that. If you ever want to do that sort of stuff, you got to do it over in an area where it's totally away from everything else or up in the top area here. You can see, though, like, yeah, this is where we have a huge amount of problems. This is molten. It's terrible. So we're bleeding that heat off. The CO2, we got all sorts of problems. Really, like I said, the biggest thing we need is water. I got to figure out a way to get more water. But other than that, I mean, our bedrooms are definitely better now. We went with a 4 high space. We're going to go ahead and get these finished up here. Once we get this dug out, hopefully that will relieve some of the hydrogen issues because we have it like just filling up the bases, man. And I don't have any idea how to get it moved around properly. I've tried in other base playthroughs to use the kind of like pumps. So this will remove carbon dioxide from the air, but you need something to move around the hydrogen. So I've used, where is it? The gas pumps and gas valves to kind of pump hydrogen around. But it seems like these gas pumps, they're really kind of like don't work very well, or they're difficult. I would love to see it so that you could put a vent in a room and then move that air with a pump, so that a pump that would suck the air and move it in a circular fashion type deal. So you could use a vent on one side for influx and then a vent on one side for the output. But I don't think that's the way that it works. So yeah, we're making some improvements, but I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. And we're back. So we're having some problems. We're definitely having some problems. We're running out of raw materials for building anything electrical. So I've got everybody up here, priority 9, grabbing some of this copper that's right here. I have priority 9 on the hydrogen generator as well. I opened this area up right here. It doesn't seem to make a difference. It doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. And I'm afraid if we go inside of here, we're going to get chlorine, which I don't even know where. I haven't even played around with chlorine yet. I don't know if it goes up or down or what it does or how you can do anything with it. But I don't think it's really a thing that is going to be good. So I don't know what air scrubbers input and output either. I should probably just build one and play with it. I can't tell you this though. Let's slow things down a little bit. I mean, these guys do create contaminated oxygen, and you can use the air deodorizer to filter it to a certain extent. I did, like I was saying, I've been looking kind of like at the forums and seeing what people are doing. And I have seen, did I put a priority 9 on this? I'm going to try to do one of these guys here. If that's a hydro fan, just to see if we can get a little bit of heat, reduce the heat down here, because this is all of my mealworm trees. Mealwood trees, and they're all stifled. They're all stifled because it's too hot down here. And yeah, so that's the thing. It's super hot right here. I think it might be because the batteries. I mean, like I was saying when I started the episode, on the surface, the game starts off super, super easy. But it definitely gets really difficult really quick. Some things that I can tell you that I've learned so far. You got to collect all of your O2, all of your oxygen that you can. And water is super duper important. Some of the stuff we didn't do in this playthrough that we could have is, I think if we were to use lavatories and showers, I think you can recycle all that water. I don't know if it's a net loss. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't know. Choose duplicant. You would probably choose duplicants that don't breathe a lot of air and don't need a lot of water. I'm gonna reject all again. We just don't need any more. So that would be a thing that you would do right away. I would also say put all your storage compactors in a separate area like I did right here. It doesn't really matter that much, but I do believe these guys create a little bit of heat. So moving them out of the area would be great. These batteries, the research stations, your batteries, building them up top would probably be best. I think that would definitely be a really good idea for you. All right, we got this hydro fan running now. Does it need stuff and things? Awaiting, it needs water. Crap, man, we don't want that. No, suck it. You don't get it. You don't get any of that. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. I would definitely build your duplicants, like their sleeping quarters like this. I think this is probably one of the best ways I've seen to do it. And you're gonna get a lot less stress this way. Eleanor is stressed again. Ernestine, are you still in there? You're super stressed. Now we got Eleanor that's stressed too. But yeah, all you really need is one of the masterpiece paintings and over your cots, and you should be good to go there. I feel like we're going to be out of water at any moment. If you're wondering why I'm not researching anything, it's because I've researched everything. So that doesn't really do it for us. But yeah, at this point, I'm not sure what direction to go. We could try to move some of this water in and then filter it. I think that's probably our only bet to stay alive. Another thing that some people are saying is that you can use puffers or puffs to do things or something. And then morbs. I don't know. Not the morbs. I think the puffs create some sort of stuff and things. But yeah, it's getting a little bit crazy. I don't really know what's the next kind of place that we can go. The other thing that I was reading is a lot of people saying is like 30 or 40 cycles is as far as that they've made it. I've seen bases and people. Oh, look at this guy. Is he like doing a thing? Look at this morb. He's like creating his own little morb tunnel. But the other thing I have seen some people do, like I was saying, is go into like couple hundred cycles, is they built their bases massive, just huge, huge, huge places. What do we got going on up here? No gas intake. Oh, crap. That's right. I got to get a pump up there too. So hold on a second here, guys. Let's go ahead and do some stuff and things. So plumbing, even though it's gas, and then we need a gas pump. We're just going to put it like right here, I think, right in the center. Let's go ahead and get the gas pipe, and we are going to pump from here. We'll go down and then straight over like so. And then we need to get some hot power action over there. Also, look at the difference in price between the electrical wire and the insulated wire. It's 200. 200 for each one of the insulated wire, and it's only 25 for this one. And I don't think that these wires, I guess they generate some heat, but I don't think it doesn't seem to be that much. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a lot more than I was thinking, but it seems really, really expensive. So we're also going to need to get O2 or electricity over to this guy eventually. I can't see where the plug is, though. I'm not really sure. So let's back off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and prioritize some of this build right here. I want to see if we can start getting some of the hydrogen out at least and see what's going on there. But once this water's done, I don't know what we're going to do, man. I don't know what the next stage is. I don't even know. Maybe this could keep us alive for a little bit longer. Look at the freaking hydrogen. It's crazy. Hey, we're back in the last ditch effort to save my life. I have. Hold on. We got stressed. People are stressed. Who's the most stressed now? Eleanor's stressed again. This is not going great. I'm just saying. And it gets like this. I'm just wanting to make sure that you guys understand that after a while, it just gets like this. At least it does for me. I can't seem to get away from it. So we definitely have a big problem with food. The microbe musher is not good to be using. We should be getting into using the mealwood. But we have a heat problem. We built it in the wrong spot. So we could try to like move this all, but I think we're out of mealwood seeds anyway, or we have a very small amount of mealwood seeds left. Let me see. Well, we have 13. So we could move that up. Oh, up here. Oh, crap. I never ended up finishing this off. Did I? Crap, I said. Hold on. Let's go like that. Let's hit this. Priority 9. We'll see if this starts to work while we're doing stuff and things. So, hold on. We'll speed up time really fast. And then I'll show you what's going on inside of here as well. So I've gone ahead and I removed this over here, and we're moving this water, moved all this contaminant water down into here. Then what I did, I stuck a liquid pump in there, powered it up, and then I built this guy right here, the water purifier, which uses sand as a filtration medium to create good water from bad water. That's right, ladies and gentle peeps. So we're actually making some stuff and things happen. We should be able to transfer all this water over to here. That is actually allowing us to create some more oxygen. We have a mad CO2 problem down here. I might try to get a scrubber going. I really wish it wasn't night right now so that we can have this happen. I want the people to see what happens when this works. Oh, wait. Missing foundation. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and get some tiles going on here too, because I don't think it'll work without them. Set the priority on these guys for 9. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's going. This is happening. Stuff and things are happening. Okay. All right. So they got to go down to breathe. Everybody's going to go down to breathe. How's our water doing? Okay, some hot water action is happening. Oh, come on, build my thing. We're almost there. And we have a food shortage. We got 9,000 calories of food, though. We're doing all right with food. I'm not really that worried about that. This is working out really good. This is working out way better than I thought it would. Oh, wow. I think we're using up the water almost as fast as it's being created. Ooh, I don't know. All right. Let's see about this up here. Wait, you're priority 9, aren't you? Come on, guys. Build this thing for my guys. Build this. What are you guys all doing? Oh, I think they're all losing their mind because they don't have any water. What are they bringing the water all over to? They're bringing it all up here. See, this friggin' microbe musher is a super huge waste of water. Set this priority for 6. That should stop them from doing that. God, they're pumping huge amounts in. Maybe that's where I went wrong. All right, here we go. Do this. Make it happen. Let's get it online, guys. Let's get it online. I know you need oxygen. You're not missing the foundation. I just built you a foundation. What are you talking about missing foundation? Do you need to be even bigger? Not just under your feetses? Okay, we're almost there. Okay, the pump is pumping. So this thing cycles like this. It's bugged a little bit. It says not in gas. So that's not necessarily correct. So it's pumping gas. Come on. Oh, wait. P. Let's do this. Come on, come up here and build these things so this thing will start to work. Do it. This, okay. The hydrogenator is hydrogenating. Okay, it generates massive amounts of heat, but it looks like the gas is sucking through here. This is a suck pumper sucking it in, and it's sucking into there, and it's making the power for us. So I'm guessing that these guys may be able to stop or not have to create as much electricity down over here. So that could be a pretty good thing. Let me see here. There's another thing that I wanted to take a look at real quick. We still haven't found any bleach stone that we need for hand sanitizer, and I don't have a shower going yet, but that's something that we could work on. All of these are super stupid and they're dumb, so that isn't going to work for us at all. But crisis averted to a certain extent. We could probably move this water down into here, a little bit of this water, take a look and see if there's any more. It looks like there is a little bit more over there. So we're down, but we're not out. We're still generating oxygen. Stuff and things are still happening, but that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentle peeps. Thanks so much for coming to hang out with me and listening to me pontificate about oxygen not included. Make sure if you like the video, please don't forget to show your support, smash the thumbs up button. Feel free to share and favorite the videos you see fit. And may the stuff and things be with you.